Hey everybody, it's Adam. We're here with an NGPT tip of the day. Today we're going to talk about the Prowler. People love it, they love to hate it. I'm going to explain a little bit about why we use it and the best way to use it. First off, Prowling is very, very effective. It's a great tool because it incorporates a lot of large muscle groups. It's going to get your heart rate up, increase your metabolism, and increase that fat burn. It's great for people that want to really shape and build their leg strength. A common myth is that if you have low back injuries or bad knees, that you shouldn't do the Prowler, but really it's very effective for those people. I've even had clients with rheumatoid arthritis push this because it's very comfortable on their joints because there's no eccentric or loading phase. It's just a series of simple pushes, and so it's very knee, hip, back friendly. Proper technique is important. The most common mistake I see on this is people leaning on the Prowler, and you want to think about physics. To push this effectively, we want to push parallel to the ground. So we want to push straight this way, and if we lean, it changes our force production at an angle into the ground, and it makes it a lot harder and less effective. We're using our body weight instead of our muscles, and we're using a less productive, less efficient energy push as far as the direction that we're using this here. So the key is you want to have your hips nice and low, and you want to think about pushing in a parallel line to the floor, like this, okay? Not leaning onto it, using your body weight and pushing it into the ground. It can get pretty tough, all right? Now, some people struggle with the back end of our track, and I made that a little bit tougher. It's a little bit grippier over there for people that want that extra challenge. I'd recommend, if you struggle with that, stay with the high bars. We obviously have the low bars that you can use that make things much more difficult because you have to lower that center of gravity even more. You can keep your hips very low and pushing, all right? The low bars are tough. If you struggle with those, you can stick to the high bars. If you do have low back or knee issues, I probably would just stick to the high bars. But if you're up for the challenge, do the low bars. Keep those hips nice and low. Again, we're pushing parallel to the track, not leaning into it. If you have your weight in your hands like you're doing a push-up, the Prowler won't move. All right? You have to sink the hips, weight in the legs, and we can have some nice effective Prowling. So, if you are using just the high bars, when we're in class, it's very simple to turn this around. It spins around in place, and then you can head back this direction, no problem. We also have weights that you can add on to this. Some people really love a challenge. People like my guy John McNabb. He likes to push the low handles in one direction, and then on the way back, he'll actually reach through and push the low handles going this direction. That's a nice challenge for you. And if you're in a class that involves Prowling, feel free to call the instructor on over, and they can do a little Prowler surf, a little Prowler ride for you to add some extra resistance. That's our tip of the day. We'll see you next time.